And we did have an official announcement for a new signing, which I don't think you need any guesses to guess who we signed and who the announcement was. As you can see here, there was a little teaser about, this is just over an hour ago now. There was a little teaser as to what was to come. This is from the Spurs official Twitter account that they were posting. This is a timeline of events, basically, that was posted. And then bang on 7 o'clock, here was the official announcement. It's Timo time, as Tottenham put it. Timo Werner is an official Tottenham player. He has signed on a 6-month loan deal until the end of the season with a buy option for 17 million euros. We were obviously expecting it. It's no surprise. Here he is wearing the shirt. There's the official announcement from the club. I'm guessing that's welcome in German. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. How's your German, Amir?
No, not great.
Welcome in, Timo. We're delighted to announce the loan signing of Timo Werner, subject to international clearance. Look, to be fair, I mean, say it quietly, Amir, but his best football has been in a white shirt. That is the truth, whether it be Germany or Leipzig. Hasn't been so good in blue, but that shirt really suits him, doesn't it? I think him holding that shirt just looks right, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It looks really right, and I'm actually, I know, Spurs fans. Some are a bit, iffy on this signing. Some are very excited. I'm one of those ones in the corner. If I'm very excited about this, Ange really wanted him. Was on the phone to him, telling him he's going to get game time, telling him he suits our style of play, and I think he'll just slot into that front three fantastically well. He can play all those front three positions. His pressing is phenomenal. We've just got to hope that we get him the right boots, because if this guy gets the right boots and he gets this, his scoring shoes on, I think we've got a real player on our hands and someone that can really help us push to a successful end to the season.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a really valuable player to have, especially with the way we play and the problems that we have up front right now in terms of just lack of numbers. I think it's a really good time to get him in, especially with the Premier League games coming up this month. I think he gives us cover. And look, I'll go through a few reports about the signing. I'll touch on that in a bit, but let's keep going with the timeline here. Another Timo Werner is here. Tottenham Hotspur tweeting out a great edit there of Timo Werner. He looks absolutely delighted to be wearing the lily white. And look, he's actually wearing the shirt in this picture and looks absolutely fantastic on him. Another one here at Timo Werner, him with the camera, absolutely phenomenal. Does really suit him. And I think, hopefully, maybe we can listen to his interview as well, because I think he has said some good things here. I don't know if you can hear it.
First of all, very happy to be here.
Can you hear it?
I joined a very big club to talk with the manager. I think it was a really good talk. He gave me straight away the feeling what I need to join a club, what I want to feel when you talk to a manager. Also the tactics and the style, how he wants to play, how he let the team plays. For me, I thought straight away that it fits perfectly. And the new stadium was really something special to play there. Straight away, I loved it. It was always big games to play against Spurs, and now I'm happy to be part of the team of the club. It should be even more special to score for the home team, and to have the whole crowd behind you when you score is even better. And really looking forward to it. I hope that I can be the best player I can be here. I can play every position up front. That's always good when you have some players who can play different positions, who can change also in the game. I think it makes it even
He's very happy,
harder to
doesn't he?
defend for the other teams if they never know who is coming over this position now. Yeah, I think that's one of my strengths, to be flexible up front, to play every position. When I left the Premier League, you already it was straight away that you miss something, because it's the best league in the world. I missed London as well. I think I really settled in here. I loved England. When I left it, I really missed it, because it's a great city. It's a great place to be. We're all happy to be here, to be back, and join a new journey here in North London. my aim to come back here. It was to fight for another win in this league and also maybe for titles. When I joined my old club, I also said I want to be a winner and I want to win titles at the end. At the end, we won the Champions League, so I think it should be not too bad to say I come here to also win titles and to win something. When you already been to the Premier League and you know how much fun it makes, and to come now to a great club and to play for them, to have a very good kit on, to have the facilities around. I'm really looking forward to this experience, to get started tomorrow and meet the guys and have fun with them.
There you go. So that is Timo Werner's announcement. I want to touch on a few reports coming from some publications, just to, some details around the deal before we react to it. Charlie Eccleshare is saying that Johan Lange was one of the key figures in the Timo Werner deal, along with Postecoglou, who has admired Werner for a long time and is confident the forward can do well in his system. Charlie Eccleshare also says that Postecoglou had suggested other targets as possible options, such as Jota from Al Ittihad, but it was Werner who ticked most of the boxes. The view among Postecoglou and Lange is that his team. The view among Postecoglou and Lang and his team is that Werner is tactically versatile and adds another option on the left and up front. And as well, he said that the reports on Werner's character are also very positive, which is another important factor for Postecoglou when signing players. He believes at that level, Spurs are operating at the talent difference between most players is negligible, and character being crucial. Werner is said to be highly motivated, conscientious, and team focused. So really, really exciting, and obviously confirming as well that Werner will be wearing the number 16 shirt. I don't know if I saw if we scrolled through that, but he will be wearing the number 16. I'm trying to remember who he's followed in the footsteps of in the number 6. I remember a young Gareth Bale wearing the number 16. I remember Reto Ziegler wore the number 16.
Oh, Ziegler. Oh, yeah.
Reto Ziegler. Who else wore the number 16? Carl Norton. Such unbelievable figures as Carl Norton. Who else wore that? I can't remember off the top of my head who wore the number 16. I'm trying to remember. Michael Carrick, I believe, wore the number 16.
Carrick. Wow.
Michael Carrick. There we go. Some oldies there. Let me know in the comment section Trippier. Trippier wore it for a while before becoming the number 2. That is correct. Very good knowledge. But anyway, look, it's for me, it's a deal that makes sense on a lot of fronts. And I think I am excited about it. I'm not going into this deal with my eyes closed, though. I'm obviously aware that he's had his struggles in the Premier League and in recent times. Talking to a Leipzig fan a couple of days ago, he was talking about how he seems to have a bit of a mental problem at the moment, a psychological issue when it comes to his form. So that obviously needs to be, we need to get that right, and hopefully we can, Ange can use his man management skills to get the best out of him. But he seems happy, doesn't he, Werner? I think a new start will do him really well as well, and I'm just excited about what he could possibly do in this team, because with his skill set, I think he's an exciting player just in general, and I am genuinely intrigued to see how he will do on his return to the Premier League.
I couldn't agree more with you there, Sim. And I honestly think seeing that interview for the first time, a couple of takes, he seems like he's coming here to win trophies. He mentioned trophies, which, already got me smiling. And another thing is that he loves London and that he's coming back to London and he's pleased to be there. We all know that some foreign players come and they, especially the ones that come from hotter climates and stuff, they have a difficult time acclimatizing to the lifestyle and stuff. So the fact that he loves London and he really wants to be back in the city, I think for us is only going to be a benefit. The fact that, you're saying he's gone through some mental issues and stuff like that, I think Ange is really the perfect manager for him, and really we're the perfect team for him to come and hopefully, restart his career, not restart, but, jumpstart maybe his career, and, hopefully getting in that Germany squad with the Euros coming up and whatnot. So I think it's a great move all round, and I'm really looking forward to him seeing him in the lily white, on the pitch.
100%. Obviously, with Son away at the moment, Richarlison has got that number 9 role for the time being. He's scoring goals.
Mhm.
Uh, Obviously, he offers us versatility, but I do think he's going to be starting out on the left for sure. I do. That's where I see his position, especially if he does start on Sunday, which I'm leaning towards he probably will at this point.
Mm.
Um, he is on the left hand side, I think. I I don't think that's his strongest position personally. I do think that the central striker role for me, I think, is where he's played his best football. Um, I don't see him as like the most creative players. I don't like see him like down the left hand side creating loads of chances. I do see him being really effective when he makes those little runs from out to in and running in behind. Maybe that space between the opposition fullback and centre back, running in between those spaces and finding the space in behind and really hurting the opposition. But for you, where do you see him playing most of his minutes? Do you see him coming? Do you think we've brought him in to predominantly play on the left, or do you just think it gives us an option as well when Son comes back? Son can go on the left and he can go centrally. Like where do you predict he will get most of his minutes?
I think for now, with Richie banging in the goals, I think it will be out on the left. To be honest with you, Sim, with Sonny being away for the next month or so, I can see him getting those minutes out on the left. But can I see that, being even changed mid-game, maybe, with the possibilities of him switching wings with Johnson and that kind of thing, being versatile? I can see that happening for sure. And even changing mid-game, if Richie's feeling tired, he's not having the best game, you stick Werner in the middle, and hopefully with Solomon, there's been rumours of him back in training, hopefully coming back. You could always stick Werner in the 9, Solomon on the left, Johnson on the right, and that to me looks like a good front three.
Mm.
So I'm really happy about what he brings to the team.
Yeah, I am as well, and I was a massive fan of his when he was at Leipzig the first time round, and Chelsea brought him
Mm,
in. I was
yeah,
a real big fan of his, and I really wanted him at Tottenham. And I was gutted that Chelsea were able to kind of bring him in. And obviously, at the time it was between him and Liverpool. Chelsea and Liverpool, where he was going to go. And
mm,
I was gutted that Chelsea got him. Obviously, it didn't work out, albeit as much as people say it didn't work out, which obviously we didn't see the best of him, but he did was very prominent in their run to the Champions League final. He
yeah,
started most of the games in that run, did start the final as well, and he's what he is he's very tactically aware player, and he's a very like he's a weapon you can use even when he's not on form and even when he's not playing well. He's someone who's just a weapon, isn't he? Because of that sheer
mm,
pace, he's got one of those attributes that it's going to scare teams even if he's not on form. And it's something that even when he's not playing well, teams are always going to have to keep an eye on him, aren't they? Because of those attributes that he has. And that's, I think, what maybe something that people get overlooked. Yeah, there'll be going to be some games, or maybe he'll go through some form where he's not playing well when he's not scoring. But
mm,
even just his presence on the team is going to naturally cause problems for the opposition because of that just unbelievable pace that he has, which teams will really struggle to deal with. And as well, because of his work rate and the fact that he's so good at pressing as well,
mm.
that's also going to, even when he's not scoring, going to contribute a lot to the team. So I even envisage there'll be games where the team benefit from his presence even when he's not scoring goals.
Yeah, no, I feel you there. I feel you there. I think that really, that pace that he's got with him and Johnson on the wings, you're looking at two lightning fast players coming down there. So teams will be scared. Those wing backs and defenders that he's going to come up against are really going to be worried. And for me, the key to kind of this being a successful loan deal is numbers. It's all about numbers. If he can start scoring goals, if he can start getting assists, and build that confidence, get those numbers going, I think he can really jumpstart his career with us, and who knows where it can take us. We've still got a long way to go, and I'm just delighted, to came out of left field this one. Who would have thought on the 1st of Jan that we'd be sitting here welcoming Timo Werner to the club.
100%, and that was also a very exciting element of this deal. It's very rare in this day and age, isn't it, that we get a transfer coming out of absolutely nowhere. No one's saying anything, and all of a sudden it's like done without anyone saying. You know, in this social media era, we just get every single second of a deal, the process of a deal, don't we? And you know, it becomes tedious at times, just to the fact that a lot of the times when we do hear these deals are done, it's not even exciting anymore because we've heard for usually weeks and weeks in advance that these deals are going to get done. If you're predicting how many goals or goal contributions, should I say, between now and the end of the season he'll get, you know, we've got a minimum of 19 games left with the FA Cup game against City as well. How many do you reckon, if you're going to predict? How many goal contributions, goals and assists?
Goals and assists. You know, I always like to aim high. So let's go with 19 games plus FA Cup. Let's go with 15. Let's go
15.
15. Yeah.
Wow, you think he's going to smash it?
Yeah, I really do. I really do, Sim. I'm feeling confident about this signing. I really, really am. I think he's going to do really, really well for us.
I'm going to go with 4 assists and 5 goals. So I'm going to go 9. Okay. 9 goal contributions. I think he's going to have a pretty solid return. That's my prediction. 5 goals, 4 assists. Let me know in the comment section. I want to know what people are thinking. Someone saying 15 goals. Someone says 11 goals and 5 assists, says Xavier.
Yeah, that's something similar to me. Yeah.
And what's interesting as well, talking to some Chelsea fans, you know, they all seem to like him still. Yeah. As much as he flopped, they all seem to think like he actually is a good player, and they and actually, you know, I expected them all to say, you know, he's terrible. He's he's like going to be a flop. He's a horrific player. He was terrible at us, but he's actually done quite well. He's actually held in quite high regard amongst Chelsea fans, and he's known as a bit of a cult hero. I don't know if he will be after this move, but he was known before. The only little thing in my mind as well is whenever we take Chelsea kind of not rejects, but people who were formerly of Chelsea, doesn't usually go well. When you think back to Conte, Mourinho, when we take
those are managers though, Sim. Those are managers. You know, with players, it's a different story. Werner's going to break the mold, isn't he?
Exactly. And I'm excited for him because I'm excited for Werner because it's a new challenge. I'm hoping that we can like get him back to that form where he was, you know, one of the most sought after forwards in European football. He's got the Euros coming up. This in the summer, he's desperate to get on that plane. You know, well, I say on that plane. The Euros is held in Germany, so maybe on that train, I should say. It's a big opportunity for him to, you know, really prove himself. Everyone's doubting him as well. Everyone's saying he's finished and whatever. But you know, this isn't a player who's had any major injuries in his career. It's not a player. He's a player who's still only 27. He's still. I'm not saying he's young, but you know, he's not at the tail end of his career just yet. He's still in his prime. So there's every reason to believe he can get back to those levels, isn't there? That there's no reason to think that there's absolutely no chance we can get him back to somewhere near his best.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping him, Sim. You know, he's coming into a team that's winning, that's reinvigorated under Ange, that's playing the type of football that suits him. You know, the high press and attacking football. So, you know, all he has to do really is slot into that dressing room. Hopefully, you know, everyone will welcome him with open arms, and you know, we've got great lads there at the moment, great manager. I'm sure all the fans will get behind him, you know, especially if he bangs one in against United on Sunday, which I've got a sneaky feeling he might just do. So yeah, it's all in his hands now.